Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing things a little bit different today. I'm not going to be showing my beautiful face. Just kidding. Anyway, I'm just kind of showing you guys how I make my jewelry box with modern jewelry as well as vintage jewelry. So this is just like a hobby that I like to do. It helps with my creative side getting released. Anyway, it's my little talk story. So today I just kind of want, as you watch my video, I just kind of want to talk to you about, the good old days, not nothing sad, but I do have like this one story that I kind of wanted to share. Uh, there's going to be more than one story, but I'm going to call it one story. When I was in intermediate school, I went to Washington Intermediate School. It was fun. I met a lot of, of course you meet a lot of people. You have a lot of classmates. It was a good school back in the days. Um, and then there was a boys, it was called Boys Club back then, but now it's the Boys and Girls Club. But I played basketball for them. I cheerleader was a cheerleader. I did all kinds of after school activities. I hung out at the Boys and Girls Club. There was wood shop. There was so much things that you could do, and it was connected to our school, so that was fun. But the best part of going to Washington Intermediate School was Backstore. There's a store that was behind our school that was called Backstore. They made the best hamburgers that I ever had. I swear to goodness, I still haven't tasted the best hamburgers. I mean, the burgers that was even close to theirs. And it was 50 cents. Where can you get a 50 cents hamburger? Nowhere. And then they used to sell ice cakes. Ice cake is where they froze juice and made them ice cakes. So we used to eat ice cakes and Backstar hamburgers. I mean, we all couldn't wait till after school. And it was a cute little store. Like not more than 4 or 5 people could fit in that little store. The mom and pop store, and it was always so nice. And it was always so much fun that to be able to go, you know, get your hamburgers after school. But anyway, that was one part of, growing up and being in intermediate school. But it was also a very sad time for me. But we're not going to talk about sad today. We're just talking about happy. So it's so different though. Today's youth and what they have, and the unfortunate thing is, back then, I know you guys probably heard, oh yeah, Gen X this and Gen X that. It's the truth though. We didn't have like cell phones, we didn't have no social media, we didn't have nothing but a regular telephone, going out to play outside. We meet you here at 5 o'clock or whatever time it was. And there's no way of telling if you coming or not. You couldn't call it on the phone and say, oh, I'm going to be late, or oh, I'm here right now. So where you stay, stuff like that. You couldn't do it. We just had to I think back then friends were pretty much, if they say they're gonna do something, they're gonna do something. I mean, you had your few friends who didn't, but you did have friends who would show up when they said they're gonna show up. And cutting class, We used to cut class. Oh my gosh, so many times. But we'd cut class and go to the beach. And that was fun. Okay, okay. There's another story. Back then, I was the eighth grade president. I was president of our eighth grade class. And we would have to cross over. Well, not we. I used to cross over the field and go to a place called Zippy's. They have it here in Las Vegas now. But back in my days, we'd go Zippy's for breakfast because what we used to get is gravy and rice. And I think it was like 50 cents too. Just one scoop rice with gravy. It was so good. Oh my gosh. But anyway, I keep saying anyway. Oh, okay. So the story is one day I was walking through the field on my way to Zippy's, where on top of the H building, it was called H building, somebody had spray painted in big letters from top to bottom, Hi Mickey. And remember now, I told you guys I was president of my eighth grade class. And then to have like Hi Mickey spray painted on the H building was not a good thing. I got called into the office. Of course, I knew who did it because they were standing underneath it, laughing and pointing to it. And I'm not going to give names. And so I got called into the principal office and they asked me if I knew who did that. And I said, I have no idea. And they said, well, why would somebody do that? Again, I have no idea who did it and why they did it. So, you know what the principal said? Well, then you are going to get a bucket and a scrubber, and you are going to scrub that off of the wall. And I was like, okay. So that's what I got to do. And I did it. I mean, I wasn't gonna tell on my friends or let anybody know who spray painted Hi Mickey. And if you ever come across this video, you know who I'm talking about. But anyway, I scrubbed it and I had fun. And you know what? There's nothing but love with the people I knew back in the days. And the time frame that I grew up in was the best ever, and I will never change that. I never want to change it. We didn't have plenty, but we had a lot, if you know what I mean. Anyway, you guys are watching me make my jewelry box, and as I end me speaking, I am going to be showing you a little clip of how these jewelry boxes turned out. I cannot speak today. It's so funny. And I'm not going to retape. I said I only tape once and that's it. Anyway, Anyway, you guys got to count how many times I said anyway and put it in the comments, please. And we're going to try and not say that. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend and always remember to live in light and love and always, always be kind. I'll see you guys in the next video. Aloha.